Welcome back, Stas23 here, back again with some knife therapy, and today I have for you my top 10 flipper and a thumb stud deploying knives that are $55 and under. There's a lot of awesome knives in this category. So I would love to know what your top two are down below. That would be awesome. If it's something that I'll have, I might pick it up. So let's get started. Starting from number 10 all the way down to number 1. First up, you have number 10, the SOG Terminus XR. It has their bolt style lock, as you can see. Very fidgety knife, smooth action. The only reason it's further down on the list because the jimping is a little bit rough, and jimping on the flipper tab after continuous flipping can start to bother you. So it's still an awesome knife. Comfortable ergos, D2 steel, $54. I definitely think if you're looking for a good work knife, something tough, SOG does a good job with their heat treats. They do a cryogenic heat treat on their D2. Holds a good edge, good looking stone wash. A lot to like here, and their axis style lock works great. Deep carry pocket clip, G10 scales, not a bad buy right here. It's the SOG Terminus XR. All right, coming in at number 9, we have the Western Active Honey Badger. They have two different blade shape. Well, they have more than these, but these are the two most common. You have your drop point and your cleaver shaped blade. These are further down the list mainly because these are an FRN, and the 8CR model is the only one that really falls under that $55. You can get this one for $37, which is not a bad buy. It holds a good enough edge. The action's outstanding. Love that multiple deployment on here. It works great. That choke up spot is comfortable. Deep carry pocket clip is pretty lightweight. But like I said, 8CR, we have way better steels in this list. Now the D2 one, this is the large, but the D2 medium, I love the knife. It has a very snappy action. Comes out with authority on bearings as well. FRN on this one too. Satin blades, deep carry pocket clips, and this one is priced at $58. Now, like I said, you got G10 knives with D2 in this that are a good bit less, so that's the only reason why it's on the number 9 spot. Great knife though if you like the overall aesthetics. You want a lighter weight knife. FRN model is not a bad choice here. That is the Western Active Honey Badger. All right. Number 8, we have one from SRM or San Ramu. This is the 1168. I like this knife a good bit. I used it a whole bunch when I was back in my shop. But I like the overall aesthetics. Got a big old wide blade of D2 right there. Easy access to the lock bar. Very fidgety. On bearings, you can flip it. You can flip it with the flipper tab very easily. All these flipper tabs are pretty comfortable. Comfortable ergos, decent slicer, deep carry pocket clip. It is tip up, right hand carry only though, which is a shame because it's easy to deploy left-handed as well. That is the SRM 1168, and this bad boy comes in at $40. Not a bad price. G10 scales as well. All right. Sure, some people will be surprised about this, but number 7, we have one from miguel Knives, and this is the miguel Valona. This is a beast. It would have made it much higher on the list because it has a lot of things that I love. This company is definitely getting there, but they're, in my opinion, just not there yet. This is over a 4-inch blade. It's got a nice, beautiful crown spine on there, something you usually only see on higher-end knives. G10 scales, very smooth action on bearings, milled titanium pocket clip, comfortable ergos, fairly comfortable flipper tab with jimping, and yes, you could easily use that fuller. That's why it's on the list. So you could thumb deploy that without a problem. And the only reason that my particular model made it wouldn't have made it higher, is because mine didn't. It came with a very weak detent, and basically it was the lock bar wasn't bent over enough because it had a slight bit up and down. Very easy fix, and now it's excellent. But you know, I don't know if yours would come like that or not. You can get these for $48. I think they're currently out of stock, but you just gotta watch their site. They restock all their knives very often, so this will probably be back in stock pretty soon because I know it's a popular one for them. The Miguel Valona. All right, next up we have one coming from Shieldon Knives. Number 6 is the Shieldon Relicanth. I fell in love with this knife. This is probably my favorite Shieldon. And Shieldon's doing a very, very good job. You got D2 steel. Love that harpoon blade shape. I'm in the process of testing this one right now for review. I love the leaf motif that's carved into the G10 scales that are contoured. Very comfortable. Now, this is one of their medium-sized knives. It's not as big as some of the others. You got a deep carry clip on this one. The action is outstanding. Did you see that? Outstanding on this. Easily spotty flick. Love it. It comes rocking out on ceramic bearings. Very comfortable in hand. Yeah, this one's been a joy so far to use and test. The Relicanth comes in at $50, and I think it's not a bad deal for $50 at the quality that this thing's coming at. You even have pivot rings around there. Very nice. That is the Relicanth by Shieldon Knives. All right, this one has made my number one favorite budget knife on a few of my top 10s. But in this category, number 5 coming in from Reich is the P801. Outstanding value, excellent knife. You're getting 14C28N Samick steel, one of my favorite budget steels. Beautiful drop point blade right there. Nice stonewash finish. Now it is stainless steel handle, so it is butt heavy. That's one of the reasons why it's not closer to the number 1 spot. Deep carry pocket clip, I could do without that blue like that. It is tip up right hand carry only. The action on these are awesome on bearings. It comes out very, very snappy. And you can use that thumb stud, but I will say if you put your finger on this frame lock, it's not going to feel too good. It's got a more stout detent, and you don't really want to back off the lock bar on these at all because you can get lock rock pretty easily. My last one had it because I tried to mess with it. But this knife comes in at $31. For the materials, I think it's an amazing bargain. Comfortable in hand. Very good looking knife. I know Mr. Jared from Neves Knives said that they were talking about doing a titanium frame lock version of this. That would be awesome. Like a Pobenza. So this is the number, what is this, number 5, the Reich P801, coming in at $31. All right, now this is where it gets difficult for me. Number 4, we got one coming from Sencut. This is the Sencut Honoris. I love this knife, especially at the $44 price range. You get comfortable micarta scales. That actually doesn't look bad. It's not my favorite type of micarta, but it's comfortable. It's kind of furry, so it's got some nice tactile grip. I love that blade shape, super slicey. If you didn't see the review of most of these, definitely go check them out. Only one I think that I haven't reviewed that I've shown is the Valona. Just because, I don't know, I didn't have the time. But this one, super fidgety. I love when you have those elongated blade holes. Very, very easy to get to. Snappy flipper, comfortable flipper. Nice black wash finish. You can get it in different variations as well. Tip up left or right hand carry, so they're thinking about the lefties here. 9CR is a stainless steel. They do a good job with it. And at $44, I think it is a steal of a deal if you're looking for a good slicey, dicey knife. That is the Sencut Honoris, related to Chuck Norris. Okay. Alrighty, number 3. Another one in that same Sin Cut family coming in from Savivi is the Savivi Riffle. Oh, this was a difficult one. The number 2 and 3 spot, they could have went both ways, and I'll tell you why I came to these conclusions. But I love the Riffle. It can take some abuse. I reviewed this one, tortured it. It did a great job. Very smooth action. My Micarta scales. 1428 in steel, stainless steel. Takes a wicked polish. Nice and slicey blade. Comfortable ergos. It took me a little while to get warmed up to the overall aesthetic for some reason. I don't know. It just looks a little funny. But this curvature going down here fills out the hand nicely. Easy access to that lock bar. Nice elongated blade hole once again. And man, that 14C. Oh, it's scary sharp. I don't even want to touch it. Last time I did, I cut myself. Very lightweight. And the Riffle, it didn't get to the number 2 spot mainly because the next one is a little bit cheaper, and I think it's just as good of a value. And this one's coming in at $55, and it's at the $6 extra because of the micarta. You'll see what I'm saying in just a second. So this is number 3, the Savivi Riffle. Awesome knife, can't go wrong here. Awesome. Alrighty. So the number 2 spot that was battling it out with the Riffle was another Savivi, the Brazen. Love the Brazen. You can get it in 2 different flavors. Mine's got a broken tanto, but go see my review if you hadn't seen what I did there. You can get it in D2 if you like D2, which is a tool steel, non-stainless, but it's a little tougher. You can get this one for, I think this is, $49. G10 scales, bearings, very good action. Or, one of my favorites, you can get it in 14C 28N stainless steel, drop point, same configuration, but both of them ridiculously smooth, nice snappy detents, and I love the way that flipper tab is set up. No thought needed to deploy it. Just put your finger there, pull it back, or you can put your finger on top of it and do a push button. Very comfortable. Awesome knife. And I think it's a very popular seller for them. Any 3 of these are awesome buys. I mean, all these top 10, they're all great knives. I'm just telling you which ones are my favorite, and that's why I want you to let me know down below what are your at least 2 favorite flipper thumb stud deployers under $55, 55 and under, because it's the best. Coming from Kubi Knives, it is the KU322. Excellent knife. Oh, this is an excellent. This one, whoop. Very fidgety. Nice wide broad blade. Comes down to a nice thin edge. D2, wish it was 14C, but they did a good job on their D2. Everyone I've tested so far did outstanding. This thing is super smooth. G10 scales, kind of reminiscent of a Poman's Conigarius, but not that similar. Deep carry pocket clip. It is a little shallow, so if you wear thicker pants, it might get hung up a little bit. Left or right hand carry. This would make an awesome work knife. I can kind of choke up there. It's more of a sharpening choil. Love the fuller. You can sometimes grab, I can grab that fuller a little bit as well, but that thumb hole works perfectly. Love that little ramp, really locks you in. This knife at $50, I think that is an absolute steal for what you're getting. I have 2 other honorable mentions. First up, the Kaiser Horn. That's another awesome knife, but this one's above the price range I went with. I think it's $62, N690, contoured micarta scales that are super comfortable, multi-deployer as well. You can even remove that thumb stud if you would want to. Love that almost like modified Warney blade shape right there. Excellent knife. Just went a little bit over the allotted budget. Deep carry pocket clip. And then another good one for the price is the Savivi Badland Vagabond. I have this review coming up, and I will be giving away one of these here shortly in the satin blade, and might even give the Synergy away as well too. We'll see. So there you go. That is my top 10. If you have any questions about anyone in particular, please feel free to let me know down below. Can't wait to hear what y'all favorites are, and hopefully I can find some new ones to pick up for the channel. So there you go. I hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.